You deposit $600 in an account earning 3% interest compounded annually. How much will you have in the account in 10 years? Our first job is to decide what financial formula will help us to solve this problem. Notice we make a deposit of $600 into an account, so that's one deposit, and the account earns 3% interest compounded annually. Because I have the combination of one deposit and compounding annually, this means I want the compound interest formula. So I'm just going to write down my compound interest formula, and let's see if we remember what that is. Do you remember in the compound interest formula, it tells us that our future amount, or the money in our account after n years, is equal to P sub 0, or our principal, times 1 plus R over K raised to the Kn. And in this specific formula, right, P0 is our principal, R is our interest rate, K, that's the number of compounds per year, number of compounds per year, and then finally N is the number of years that we have the money in the account, right? So that's our compound interest formula. Now, how is that going to relate to our problem? We are looking for how much will we have in the account in 10 years. So that means we're searching for P sub 10, or the amount in the account after 10 years. We're given P sub 0, which is our initial deposit, that's 600. We're also given our interest rate. Our interest rate is 3%, which we'll rewrite as the decimal 0.03. And how about K, that value? That's the number of compounds per year. Well, it tells us that we're compounding annually. That means once a year, and so that means our K value is just going to be 1. So it's going to be 0.03 over 1 raised to the K, or 1, times the number of years, which is 10. Let me just put this together in a little simpler form. That is 600 times, and I know that 0.03 divided by 1 is just 0.03. So what we have is 1 plus 0.03 raised to the 10th power. And I'm going to go one more step because I see right away that I can easily put together what's inside that parentheses. 1 plus 0.03 is just 1.03. So the thing that I have to evaluate on my calculator is simply 600 times 1.03 to the 10th power. Now, my favorite tool in all the world to evaluate expressions is Desmos, but for this one, I can just pull out my little scientific calculator and I can do this directly. I'm going to start with inside the parentheses and type in 1.03. I'm then going to raise it to the 10th power, and then I'm going to multiply by 600. And when I do that, 1.03 raised to the 10th power, and then multiply that result by 600, I get $806. And, well, the decimal goes 0.349876. But when we're talking money, we round to the nearest hundredth or nearest 2 decimal places. So that tells me that the principal, or the money in my account after 10 years, is going to be $806.35. I hope that makes sense.